Shidim Shuri. Crazy day in the market yesterday. Crazy. Basically, it wiped out the loss for the year. It's still down from the all-time high for all the market indices, but we basically back to even Steven for most major indices like the SPY, QQQ, so we'll see how the market behave going forward, but at least it wiped out the loss year to date. Let's focus on some staple stock today. Cycle back. Start with Coca-Cola. I am extremely surprised at Coke resilient to stay up here. If you tell me that Pepsi is where it is right now and Coke is where it is right now, I would have said no way. But that's the way. Yes, Pepsi has a component of its company that Coke is not exposed to as far as snacks. Big component of Pepsi is snacks. Lay's, potato chips brand, right? And other things. But Coke is more beverage focused. But part of the reason why Pepsi is down so much is, if you haven't paid attention, is Maha is trying to cut subsidies on sugary drinks. Billions and billions and billions are spent on snacks and so-called quote-unquote unhealthy food and sugary drinks. And Maha is trying to do that, but I am more in line with people are people. And that's like asking lazy people to go to work. That's You sound so racist. There's a reason why there are rich people and poor people, and not all poor people are lazy. But let's make it, that it is what it is. Okay, it's so I'm not in the belief that somehow America is gonna turn off drinking sugary drinks. It's just silly. It's whatever. But for now, Coke. Would I buy Coke down here? Yes. I'm not gonna buy it at the Confluence right here. It sounds tempting, but what I would do is put in an alert down here so that I know it is down that level if it goes off. If that alert go off, I wouldn't mind at all selling some kind of like puts, okay, down here, like naked puts at 66 or 65, something like that. I would not mind at all, but for now, that's where it is. Let's take a look at Pepsi. Pepsi is just, I think it's basic. I think it's coming down to that level that I talk about. Okay. I do have 100 shares of Pepsi. I bought below 133. I sold cover calls a couple times. There was one time I sold cover calls at 136, and then on the dump I closed it out and sold 133. And and then I sold 134. I done a couple calls. Okay, over the course of 2 weeks, I sold and closed 3 calls. My average cost is probably right here. I think, give or take, I think with all the premiums on put spread and cover cost, I think I am even on the position. Not bad. Would I add to it? I don't need to. Would I sell? Well, right now I do have a 134 cover call expiring Friday. But if I don't have anything, I wouldn't mind buying down here. I would put an order in right at 130. You know, it's same as Coke. I don't think talk is cheap. Human tendency, extremely difficult. Okay, human tendency is extremely difficult to change in 1 year, 2 years. It's hard. It's hard. Okay, look at Pepsi, where that white line is. Okay, and the gray zone. You're talking multiple years. Okay, let's go to week. That's better. And then let's go back 10 years. There you go. That's better. Only the pandemic low is lower. But when outside of that, okay, this is the area. So we'll see. I do think it's gonna hold, but if it doesn't hold, then yeah, we can go. We can come all the way down to 100-ish. Okay, so there is room. There is a potential 30% decline. That's why I'm content of just holding my 100, and then will be a stop in, and that stop is, let me most likely I will put in a stop at 130.06, the 52-week low. Okay, I have not put it in yet, but I'm watching it to see where I can put a stop, and for now it won't be a big deal. I can take $150 loss on that. All right, let's move on to other cheap staple stuff. Hormel, spam is spam. I don't hate it here. Not low enough for me to add, but don't hate it here. General Mills, don't hate it here. In fact, I'm looking to add. Yeah, it's you know, all that fear of Maha. I understand the fear, but I also understand that, you know, human tendency is human tendency. And let's see, KHC. I add to this is one I have not add yet. Like on this slide here, I did not add. I would add down here. Show me ref low of 27.25. Yeah, channel low, absolutely. Okay, that's where I'm willing to go below the 52-week low. If it come down to say 26, mid 26-ish, because, you know, I'm a big fan of channel, right? And yeah, come down to this channel, and I will go big. It's the smaller of my 3 position as far as KHC or GIS or Hormel. So yeah, it's because I'm waiting for that channel low. But for now, that's it. Big econ data, inflation, CPI is coming out today. So that will be the big mover of the market.